Now at 10, hundreds of thousands of Utahns could soon lose their Medicaid coverage, why they could get booted, and what their options will be. Plus, a controversy at Crumbl, the popular Utah company being accused of violating child labor laws in 6 states. And
there were flames coming out the back of the house, eventually through the top of the house, out the front window, like everywhere. It was nuts.
A house fire in Taylorsville leaving a family without a home for the holidays.
Live, we're there for you. ABC4 News at 10 starts now.
Welcome to ABC4 News at 10. I'm Glenn Mills.
And I'm Emily Flores. We thank you for joining us here tonight. Millions of Americans could lose their Medicaid coverage in a matter of months. This comes as Congress proposes a new $1.7 trillion spending package.
This package includes removing the COVID-19 public health emergency that prevented states from taking people off Medicaid if they no longer qualify. ABC4's Courtney Johns live on Utah's Capitol Hill tonight, taking a closer look at what this could mean for Utahns. Courtney.
Yeah, Glenn, this is something we've been hearing about for a while, including from Utah Governor Spencer Cox, who joined 24 other Republican governors in asking the president to remove this provision, saying the people who don't qualify for this are costing their states a lot of money. Medicaid currently provides health care coverage to roughly 90 million low-income people in the U.S. The Utah Health Policy Project estimates 5 to 15 million people could lose their coverage if and when this goes into effect. Some of the reasons people may no longer qualify include a change in household size, career, or a change in marital status. UHPP says early estimates suggest around 200,000 Utahns could lose their coverage. And there's one group in particular, they saw a significant increase in applicants during the pandemic: new mothers. Right now, 27 states continue to cover postnatal care to new mothers 12 months after they have given birth. In Utah, that coverage ends after 60 days.
If you don't have access to a doctor after 60 days, you're not going to go to the emergency room, or you might have to and pay thousands of dollars for this kind of thing. You're going to try to avoid it. And so if you have that preventative care, if you have that idea that you have a doctor you can go to, you're going to improve your overall livelihood.
If you're on Medicaid right now and you're not sure if you would qualify moving forward, experts say this is the time to make sure that your contact information is up to date so you will get notified as quickly as possible, can plan accordingly, and file an appeal if you think that you should still qualify. Now, if you lose your Medicaid insurance, you will be eligible for coverage through the federal insurance marketplace. Reporting live in Salt Lake City, Courtney Johns, ABC4 News.
Thank you, Courtney. New at 10, Salt Lake City police arresting a man wanted for kidnapping after investigating him for something else. Earlier today, police getting a call about 29-year-old Tony Bakumba breaking a restraining order. When officers arrived, they learned there wasn't one in place, but they did discover he had an active felony kidnapping warrant. He is now in the Salt Lake County Jail.
And a popular Utah-based business accused of violating child labor laws in 6 states. The Department of Labor fining Crumbl Cookies for alleged violations at 11 separate franchises in 6 states. 4 of those franchises right here in Utah. Now, the report claims 46 minor workers, some as young as 14, worked longer and later than permitted or worked with dangerous machinery. Now, we've reached out to Crumbl for a statement, but have not heard back.
Salt Lake City Mayor Aaron Mendenhall taking emergency action and adding 25 beds to 2 homeless shelters in the city. This comes after homeless advocates reported 5 people froze to death on the streets in less than a week. Temperatures are hitting deadly lows, shelters are at capacity, and the mayor's ban on opening new shelters is hitting its 14th month. But the mayor says the issue is not bed availability or funding, it's staffing shortages.
We're encouraging the exploration of volunteers, capable volunteers who could augment that staffing need in the meantime.
The mayors of South Salt Lake and Mill Creek also taking emergency action and adding 45 beds to shelters. The county opening 95 beds in total, but leaders say it will take some time until they're available.
And the Alta ski area getting a lot of attention.
Yeah, Devil's Castle at Alta now open and people are taking full advantage. Castle Apron also open. The resort providing this video on its Twitter account today, and they will be adding to that incredible base as more storms move in.
All right, and for the latest on those storms moving in, let's head over to Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy for the very latest. Hi, Alana.
Hi, friends. Powderhounds can't get enough of it as this next storm that rolls in will bring accumulations. We're looking at that as we roll into our Wednesday. Satellite radar shows the cloud cover out there right now, and we did see some light moisture near the state line. We see the radar picking it up, but not hitting the ground because of our dry layer. But the cloud cover, evidence that moisture is streaming into the area, getting ready as our next storm system will roll in. Great sunset from Parowan. Thank you so much to Doug Fox for sending it our way. Oh, that's so pretty over there in Iron County, where temperatures will get cold. They're not going to see the snow from this system, but northern Utah will. We've got some fog issues out there with down to about a mile when it comes to visibility over the mountains towards Castle Country and up near Flaming Gorge, as well as pockets of fog in different locations. Okay, we know that we've been inverted for several days, and even tonight we still have unhealthy air out there. That includes in Salt Lake, Duchesne, and Uinta County, moderate air throughout the rest of northern Utah. But we are looking for some progress when it comes to air quality, and it's going to be thanks to this next system that is prompting several warnings for the northern half of the state and eastern Utah. I'm going to break these down for you and the timing of that accumulating snow coming up in my full forecast in just a few moments. Glenn, Emily, over to you.
Alana, thank you. Several Union Pacific train cars derailing in Ogden this morning. These are pictures of that accident. 5 cars coming off the rails when the train was pulling into the rail yard at about 11:30. Union Pacific says no one was injured, and they are investigating the cause.
And a family in Taylorsville left without a home for the holidays. A blaze totaling their home late last night. Multiple agencies responding to several calls of the fire. Around 10 p.m. when they arrived, the back of the home was engulfed. Now, Heather Lloyd, a neighbor in the area, says she saw people pounding on the door to get the family out in time.
There were flames coming out the back of the house, eventually through the top of the house, out the front window, like everywhere. It was nuts.
2 people were hospitalized. The cause of that fire is still under investigation tonight. And multiple families devastated by house fires overnight and this morning. A total of 6 homes went up in flames. ABC4's Ali O'Rulian was in Provo, where a home was completely destroyed there. That family left with only the clothes on their backs.
Multiple families left without a home for the holidays.
It's just like moving so fast. You just kind of feel helpless.
Luke and Emma Gleaves say they woke up last night to screaming and tires exploding. They didn't know what was happening till they looked out the window and were face to face with the flames.
So I'm like, oh my gosh, look. Neighbor's house is on fire. Like, we got to get up, we got to go, we got to get out.
They say thanks to firefighters and the small gap between their garage and their home, only the garage was damaged. But their neighbors, the Molinaro family with 3 teenage boys, are left with rubble.
This is more like devastating, more traumatic than you realize just looking at it.
Provo Fire believe it started with the Molinaro's carport catching fire. Theirs isn't the only home in flames today. It's one of 6, with homes being destroyed in Salt Lake and Weber County.
It's crazy that there's been so many in such a short period of time.
Fire officials say heating is the second leading cause of U.S. home fires, saying heaters can be especially dangerous.
I want to make sure those are about 8 feet away from anything flammable when they're running, and we prefer that those are plugged directly into the wall because they draw a lot of current.
And when the fire hits, the Gleaves say there's nothing you can do but watch as your life goes up in flames, only to see it black and charred the next day.
This feels kind of just a reminder of the tragedy and how it's not just like a house, a few things burned down. It's like people's whole lives were affected, and it's just kind of sad that it's just sitting there.
If you want to help, a GoFundMe has been set up for the Molinaro family. The link is on our website, abc4.com.
The lighting of the menorah at Salt Lake City Hall tonight, Mayor Mendenhall giving the opening speech at the event celebrating Hanukkah. Well over 100 people gathering tonight to witness that event. There were many guest speakers from the local Jewish community and a live music performance by the cantor Sharon Brown Levy.
I love the story of the Hanukkah miracle, and it's not one that I grew up with in my Catholic family, but it's one that I've come to love and appreciate.
Mendenhall expressing how grateful she is for the community and the light they bring. She says Salt Lake City supports, loves, and welcomes their culture every single day.
Coming up, the latest on a deadly 6.4 magnitude earthquake in Northern California. Officials calling it one of the biggest earthquakes they've seen in more than a decade.
And keeping your health in check during the holidays, why doctors are urging Americans to put heart health at the top of your holiday to-do list.
And there's that live look outside. We know we've got snow headed to the high country and looking at valley accumulations as well. We're going to look at how much and the timing of this next storm coming up in Utah's most accurate forecast.